Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the 1111 Matrix Code Revealed. As always, I'm your host, Garrett King. So in my last video that I did for ITC photography, I mentioned that I had a sore throat and that I wasn't feeling very well. Well, as it turns out, I have strep throat. Yeah, really terrible shit to have. Not sure how I got it, and thankfully I have not passed it on to my husband, so that's a good thing, so we won't be passing it back and forth. No idea where I got it, but, you know, all you have to do is be around someone who has it, and they sneeze or cough or touch something, and then you touch it. I mean, yeah, it can be passed very easily. Sucks. Got to a point on Sunday where I couldn't take it anymore. Every time I swallowed, I felt like I was swallowing razor blades. I'm sure some of you out there have probably had it yourself, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it just really sucked. So I went to urgent care and they tested me for COVID and strep, and they said, well, you don't have COVID, but you do have strep. So they gave me an antibiotic and a steroid, and as soon as I got them from the pharmacy, I started taking them, and literally jokes, folks, it's no joke that within 6 hours, probably, I just started feeling so much better. I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe it was working that fast. And then by the next day, I could swallow just fine. I'm doing better today, although I feel like I'm a little hoarse, and at times I feel like I'm losing my voice. And that I sound kind of different. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Could just be my imagination. So, but I'm going to try to get through this video quickly today. Just kind of keep my voice and my throat, you know, at rest. But I just wanted to be able to get this information out for you pretty quick. I will be doing another video showing this same information to Micah Dank. So I will be uploading that video probably this week or early next week, and I'll probably record with him maybe tomorrow or Thursday. I'm not sure yet, but kind of been talking to him about some of this information, but I haven't sat down and actually showed him how I've arrived at the information. So let's go ahead and get started here. Now, I do want to start this out by saying that I'm not the sole discoverer of the information that I'm going to show you today. At least I'm not the sole discoverer of all of the information. There's bits and pieces here that I have not seen anybody else point out. And that's what I find interesting and lets me know that I am kind of on this right path. Now, one of the things that I do want to kind of explain here is I've gotten lots and lots of comments on YouTube, people telling me to go check out this channel, you know, this channel. And I do, folks, I do appreciate it, and I do intend to go check them out. But I don't do it immediately, okay? I'm kind of hesitant to just go and start looking at other people's information, because there's something about me kind of stumbling across this information on my own, and then after I discover it, then go and look and see what other people have found. And if other people have found the same information and we are coming to the same conclusions, or at least the same numbers, then it helps validate that I am on this path, and the right path. And it just further validates that there is, in fact, a hidden code within the Bible, and that the 1111 matrix code is deeply connected to it. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and look at some of this. We've looked at some of this in the past, but again, we're going to take it one step further today. Okay. So as we've talked about in the past, the very first sentence in the Bible is, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And in the Hebrew Bible, that phrase has the value of 2701 in Gematria. Now, let's go ahead and pull up a calculator here. So 2701. Now keep in mind the 1111 matrix code. All the numbers that are generated by the code itself are going up and down by the number 37. So we've seen the number 37 play out multiple times throughout this entire thing. But the number 2701, one of the ways that you can achieve that number is simply taking 37 times 73. 2701. Now, another unique factor of this is when you take 2701 plus its mirror opposite of 1072, you're back to 3773. Now, look how deeply encoded this number is into, other than what I've just showed you, but I want to show you how further, or how, stumbling over my words here, how much more deeply connected it is to this first phrase. So, the entire phrase in Hebrew is 7 words long, okay? 7 words, and 7 is a prime number. Now, I want you to look at this middle word here. This middle word has 2 letters, okay? Only 2. And 2 is a prime number. Now that we're talking about the number 2, let's look at the second word and the second to the last word. They both have 3 letters, okay? 3 is a prime number. Now that we're talking about the number 3, let's look at the third word and the third to the last word, okay? They have 5 letters. And 5 is a prime number. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So looking at this phrase, if we start here, we have the number 3. If we take this word and combine them, we have 7 letters. Okay? And then again, taking the middle word and this word, we also have 7 letters. And then this word, 3 letters. So it encoded right here, right in front of our face, is 3773. Okay? Now, let's look at some of these individual words. Now, these small numbers that you see above each letter, this is the value given to each letter. Here's the entire Hebrew alphabet, and then up above it, I have the value for each letter. Okay? So like this letter here has the value of 400. This one here, 300, and so on. So the smaller numbers are the value of each letter, and then the larger numbers up here are the total of each word, for a combined total of 2701. But there's another encoding taking place here. So 86 is the word God. Okay, that's the value of the word God. So if we take God plus 395, which is heavens, and 296, which is the earth, so we have 86 plus 395 plus 296 is 777. Okay? A triple digit number where the numbers are all the same. and look at the math. So we can get 777 by taking 37 times 7 times 3. 777. But look, it's 3773. Again, it's right there in front of our face, folks. It's encoded in there. Now, if we take 86, which is God, and 395, which is heavens, and 407, which is the word and, so it's almost like God and heavens. So 86 plus 395 plus 407 is 888. And again, that's achievable by taking 37 times 7 times 3 plus 111, 888. But again, we have it encoded 3773. And then a final triple digit number that's all ones. And then lastly, let's look at this. We have 203, which is created, 401, which is the, and 395, which is heavens. So created the heavens. 203 plus 401 plus 395 is 999. And that is achievable by taking 37 times 3 times 3 times 3. 999. But look, we have 333. Another number that has shown up in the 1111 matrix code since the very beginning. So we already have the numbers 37 and 333, showing up. Now, there's two other numbers that are deeply prevalent in this 1111 matrix code that we haven't seen yet. It's the numbers 369 and 1111. Now, we see 111 right here, but not 1111, but we will. And we're going to see 369 right now. Okay? So 369, let's go ahead and just enlarge this. And literally, folks, it's right here. It's right in front of our face in these numbers. So 7 times 3 is 21. And 21 reduces to 3 because 2 plus 1 is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 reduces to 6 because 2 plus 4 is 6. And 9 times 3 is 27. And 27 reduces to 9 because 2 plus 7 is 9. Right there, right in front of our face, 3, 6, 9. Now, where does 1111 come in at? I'm going to show you. So, what is Genesis? Genesis is it's the origin story. It's the beginning. But not only is it the beginning, it's the ending as well. Because we have Noah's flood. Okay? It's the first reset. Noah's flood. And as we've seen from the 1111 matrix code, that the phrase Let's get ready to type out Genesis 1. The beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning. We've seen this already, but I just want to point it out. It has the value of 1111. Okay? So the beginning, Genesis, is the end, which it was, Noah's flood. But the end, Noah's flood, was a new beginning. Okay? I mean, it's so clearly spelled out for us. It's not even funny. So the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning, which indicates that life, this whole entire thing, this matrix, this simulation, there is no end. It's just a reset to something else. It's a starting over. It goes on, as we saw with the infinity loop. It goes on forever, nonstop. To prove that, let's look at the Hebrew word for forever. It's actually made up of two words. So I'm going to copy this. This is Hebrew, and I'm just going to go to Google Translate, paste it in. Hebrew translation to English is forever. So this is the Hebrew word for forever. I want to show you the math here, folks. So this is the value for each letter, okay? But the first word has the value of 74. The second word has the value of 146. Now, 146 is achievable by taking 2 times 73. Okay, let's just do the math. 2 times 73, 146. Now, 74 is the equivalent of taking 37 times 2, 74. But look at the new numbers that we have, 73 and 37, almost a flip of 37, 73. Here's the kicker. 7337 plus 3773 equals 1111. And of course, if we follow the value of the 1111 matrix code, where you take the last 4 digits and add the remaining, so 1110 plus the remaining 1 gives us the full 1111. How freaking cool is that? Now, that's the portion, this 1111 portion and the 369 portion. As far as I'm aware, nobody else is talking about those numbers in this formula here. And possibly because they're completely unaware of this 1111 matrix code. Now, one other thing I kind of want to point out here too is when you take 3773 and you do the math such as this, 3 times 7 times 7 times 3 equals 441. And as we've seen in the past, 441 is the mirror opposite of 144, which in Hebrew is the value given to Lord Jesus Christ. So again, these deep, deep number connections. Now, there's another encoding taking place in the Bible, in Genesis 1. And again, it's referencing back to this whole, the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. And it literally is right there in front of your face. But again, to the best of my knowledge, after looking at this, no one else has pointed this out. Okay? So let's just jump to, and I'm just using the Bible online. It's the King James Bible. It doesn't really matter which Bible it is because the numbers are going to be the same. But we're going to go to the last chapter and the last verse. And this is where it is encoded. The beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. Okay? Because as we see here, this is the first sentence and it has the value of 2701, achievable by taking 37 times 73. So let's jump to the very last chapter, very last verse, and it says, so Joseph died being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt. Now, you're probably looking at this going, how is this connected to 3773 or 3773? Well, it's way easier than, than you can imagine. Because 37 plus 73 is 110. The exact age that we're seeing right here, 110 years old. It's the very last chapter of Genesis, and it's the very last verse. It's the end. And the encoding is taking us back to the beginning. And vice versa. I mean, how cool is that, folks? It's just amazing. It's amazing. Now, again, like I said, I'm not the sole discoverer of all of this information, but this connection to the 1111, the 369, that no one else has talked about. So I do feel like I kind of, stumbled across that on my own. And so I'm revealing it. Now, I mean, the rest of this I stumbled across on my own, but other people have also, as I mentioned, discovered the same information, which is awesome because it just further validates what I find, that we are validating each other's work. And I think that's great. I mean, I truly, truly do. Because it further shows this deep encoding that's taking place. It's awesome. Very awesome. Okay. So we're going to keep this short, again, just to keep my voice, and throat at a decent level and try not to use it as much as possible. Don't want to end up losing my voice altogether. But I just wanted to show you guys this information. And again, there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more to come, folks. And I just want to kind of give it to you in small pieces and let you see these connections unfold, because it's all right here. And it's been right here in front of our faces the entire time. And finding these further connections to the 1111 matrix code itself it's mind-blowing that it's even connected in this way. And it further validates that my receiving of that information was, again, from some divine source. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. I really don't. So, yeah. So my throat is already getting dry. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here for now. But like I said, folks, there's a lot more to come. I just want to kind of show you what I'm working on and, just kind of release stuff as, without, I don't know, I'm getting ready to stumble over my words here because I'm not quite sure what I was going to say. But I just kind of want to piecemeal this to you in smaller portions and instead of trying to do these big, longer videos where it contains all this information. I just wanted to kind of start doing it in smaller chunks so that it's easier to comprehend and retain the information and then keep moving forward. I know a lot of my videos in the past have been 2+ hours. So I kind of want to get out of the habit of making these videos so long because, again, it is a shit ton of information, that you guys were just kind of bombarded with, just as I was. And I was eager to get the information out. I'm still eager to get this information out, but I want to just do it in smaller chunks so that it's easier for you guys to take in and to retain and to digest before, I go on and reveal something else. So, okay, that's it for now. And like I said, I'm going to be revealing the same information to Micah Dank. So there will be another video coming out with, he and I discussing this. So look for that in the future. And until next time, I hope everyone's taking care and hope no one else has strep throat because it sucks ass. So yeah, until next time, take care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.